Every haunting begins with a whisper, a sound you can't explain, a movement in the corner of your eye. But in 1977, one ordinary London family claimed those whispers became screams, the kind that could shake a nation. The Enfield Haunting, the case that would redefine the supernatural, attract the world's top investigators, and inspire one of the scariest films ever made. Tonight we go beyond Hollywood. This is the true story, and of what really happened inside 284 Green Street. Stay with me till the end, if you dare. It was just another cold autumn evening in Enfield, North London, until it wasn't. In August 1977, single mother Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children were settling in for the night when something strange happened. The girls, Janet, 11, and Margaret, 13, complained that their beds were shaking. Peggy brushed it off until she heard loud knocks echoing through the walls. The knocks grew louder, more rhythmic, almost intentional. When Peggy entered the girls' room, the dresser suddenly slid across the floor on its own, blocking the door. That was the night the Hodgsons realized they were not alone. Neighbors came running. At first they laughed, until they saw chairs flipping, toys flying, and voices calling names no one in the house had spoken. Peggy called the police. When the officers arrived, one of them watched, in disbelief, as a chair moved by itself across the living room floor. Her written report confirmed what she saw. The chair moved 4 feet without human assistance. The newspapers caught wind of it. The Daily Mirror sent photographers, and what they captured would become the most chilling paranormal evidence of the 20th century. Soon, objects weren't just moving, they were flying. Knocks turned into growls, and the voice began. Janet, the 11-year-old daughter, started speaking in a deep, gravelly male voice, one that investigators recorded on tape.
"My name is Bill. I died in that chair. I came back."
Experts analyzed the recording and concluded that the sound came from her vocal cords vibrating abnormally low, a feat medically impossible for a child of her age. Even neighbors, journalists, and investigators from the Society for Psychical Research, SPR, witnessed the phenomena firsthand. One night, Janet was reportedly levitated and thrown across her bedroom in front of multiple witnesses. Photos snapped by the mirror show her midair, arms flailing, her face frozen in shock. As media attention exploded, so did skepticism. Some accused the girls of faking the activity for attention. But investigators Maurice Gross and Guy Lyon Playfair from the SPR lived in the home for months, documenting hundreds of unexplainable events. They recorded over 200 hours of audio, noting temperature drops, voices, and objects moving while the children slept.
At one point, Playfair asked Janet, "Are you doing this yourself?"
She replied, not as Janet, but in that same gravelly male tone. How could a little girl do this?
Even when isolated and under observation, some of the phenomena continued. The BBC's audio tapes from 1978, still archived, contain sounds that engineers said could not have been faked without professional equipment.
I lived and died in this house.
This eerie revelation cemented the haunting as one of Britain's most convincing paranormal cases.
But for the Hodgsons, it wasn't validation. It was terror. Night after night, furniture rattled, doors slammed, and Janet would wake up screaming that someone was inside her body.
By 1979, the activity slowly faded. Some said it was because the family finally moved on. Others believed the entity simply lost interest.
Janet later told reporters, "It was real. I didn't want to be different. I didn't want the attention. But it happened."
Even skeptics admitted, if this was a hoax, it was the longest, most elaborate one ever performed by children.
The Enfield case inspired countless documentaries, research papers, and most famously, The Conjuring 2, 2016, where paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were depicted visiting the family. While their involvement was brief in reality, the case's mystery continues to fascinate and divide believers and skeptics alike. To this day, 284 Green Street stands quietly in Enfield. Ordinary on the outside, but inside perhaps still listening. Maybe it was a hoax, maybe it was hysteria, or maybe it was something darker, something that watches, waits, and speaks only when it's sure you're listening. If you enjoyed diving into this mystery, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this story with someone who loves the unexplained as much as you do, because sometimes the scariest stories aren't the ones we make up, but the ones we can't explain.